Pardon. I forgot that Diddy was a board member for our charter school. They removed him off the board or whatever his position was from that charter school. In no shape or form should we be laughing, rejoicing. Now, we should be looking and giving applause to these schools, businesses that even if Diddy removed himself from the business, usually when somebody removes themselves from a situation, that means they know they were about to be fired or asked to step down. Some people like to say, "Oh well, we're applauding the African American community. We're applauding our own people, and we're tearing down our own people." Diddy did that on his own. We didn't speak nothing in existence. We didn't hope nothing. You see, let me tell you something. You could be a business person. We know that some business people, they tend to do shady business. That's fine and dandy. But let me tell you something. If you're employing or so-called helping your folks obtain a record deal, you're supposed to be mentoring them. I don't see the Jewish community, the Hispanic community, not paying their people. Because now people like to say, well, you know, the record deals are owned by the Jews and they exploit us. Yeah, they're going to do that. But our own, they shouldn't be doing that. So I'm not standing for that. So please don't come to me with that. Because let me tell you something. As a business person, you should still have morals. So we're not even going to do that. Anywho, let this be a lesson for those that want to be in a position that Diddy is and thinking that, oh, you can exploit people. Oh, you can steal from people. Oh, you can do things behind closed door and think that it won't come back in and haunt you, because yes, it will. As you can see, they got Bill Cosby. As you can see, they're getting him. They're getting Diddy. Then they're going after Jamie Foxx. They're going and it's not only African Americans. It's also other ethnicities that are getting told about themselves and the skeletons they have in their closet. So it's nothing about, oh, we're happy that people are being taken down. No, they did that on their own. Because let me tell you something. When you're in the public eye, if you think that you deserve to live a public life, a private life, or certain things would not be privy to the press, think again. Once you're in that public eye, best to believe they're going to dig up things about you. People are going to talk. That's why they have them sign them NDAs. But as we could see, those NDAs expire. We all are not perfect. But let me tell you something. You see me? If I go into a store and I know I don't have it, I'm not going to steal. That's just me. Not judging anybody. I've seen people steal and I'd be like, oh, well, they couldn't, they were on low, they were on hard times. They stole the box of Pampers and whatnot. I saw it. I turned my eye. There are times where I saw somebody drop money. I could have picked it up and went about my business, but I saw them dropping, so I'm going to give it to back to me. Because then let me tell you something. God is watching. People fail to realize. And even though you may not believe in God, you better believe in something. You reap what you sow. And as we could see, you reap what you sow. So be mindful of what you're doing, because that will come back to you tenfold. Because what people like to do when things happen or go wrong, oh, well, I don't know why this is happening to me. I don't know what I could have done. What do you mean you don't know what you could have done? You don't do self-reflect? You must have did something to why things are not working. Now, granted, we all are going to go through hardships. Things are going to happen in life. You can't escape that. But majority of people know that they played a role in their downfall. So we're not even going to do that. I used to listen to Diddy's music. If anything, I'm kind of, I have some concerns for his daughters, because they're the youngest and they're girls. And the fact that you are accused of rape and abuse, my heart goes out to his daughters, because now they're going to pay for the sins of their father. They're not escaping that. That people could sit there and be like, oh well, don't speak that in existence. That's what's going to happen. It is going to happen. You're going to reap what you sow. And what people fail to realize, when you have children and you do conniving things, that comes back to your children. So wouldn't it make sense for you to try to live a life of honesty and not be vindictive and abuse others, so that does not happen to your children, so your children don't be looking like, well, I didn't do anything, why is this happening to me? Yeah. I'm glad Diddy stepped down from Revolt. Hopefully, because it looks like the ending of the year is not looking too great for him. I'm hoping that he'll use this time to reflect. He don't owe me an apology. He owes his victims or whoever he hurts an apology. But I would hope he used this time to reflect, because again, I am telling you, you will be humbled. So you're a billionaire now. You have to step down, or people don't want to do partnership with you. You think. Because there's a difference between him and Kanye. See, Kanye ran his mouth. But once you start abusing folks, lying, theft is coming, they're going to take you down. So now your money is going to be affected. So he won't have no... After you get done paying off people, will you really have money left to continue that generational wealth? And now people are side-eyeing you, because let me tell you something. Before, business did not care if you were moral or not. They saw that you had money, you had power, they'll do business with you. But now people are getting canceled, called out. They don't want to associate themselves, especially not no charter school, because those are children. So you're doing that, abusing and whatnot, and then you have to sit up on a board for a school and represent them, and you're doing stuff behind closed doors. No, you can't represent a school. That's like, I'm not married, I had children out of wedlock, and I decide I'm gonna be a preacher. I can't, because first of all, my life is not in order, and I'm supposed to be married. You're supposed to conduct your lifestyle is supposed to align a certain way, especially if you are in the church. Now, of course, you're not going to be perfect, but you can't be living in sin either. So I don't know why people think that, oh, well, what goes on in their personal life shouldn't affect their businesses and whatnot. Yes, it does. Because they get looked at too. Nobody wants to be associated with somebody that's an abuser and violent and that's a cheat. Nobody. Because now they get looked at sideways. And I'm not sending my child to a school where you have somebody on the board known for abusing somebody, accused of murder and whatnot. I'm going to look at you. Because there's too many schools to be having my child in that school where they have questionable people on their board. I'm not doing it. And I'm hoping that people will learn to stop supporting these people that are high in power, and because they have money and they're successful, we should turn a blind eye. No. I said this before. On my page, I've interviewed celebs. I've taken selfies with celebs. There are celebs that they do something and I catch wind of it and it's negative. I'll pull down that picture. I'll delete it off my phone, because if I don't know they do that and I'm under the impression that you're a good soul, I admire your work ethic, because they're not my idols. I don't look up to them, but I admire them, and then I find out that you're doing so I'm not gonna have you on my Instagram. No, because now people are side-eyeing me, looking like, well, you know, such and such and whatnot. And it hurts when they bring it to my attention that, you know, be mindful of posting this celebrity because they were in the news for so-and-so. And I'll do my research, because you can't listen to everyone. Because I do understand there are rumors and people do want to take down people of power. That I know. That's why I do my research. But if it comes out that it's true and there's multiple reports, trust and believe, I will not have you on my page. I will not support you, and I will call you out. Because again, I believe in holding people accountable, because people hold me accountable. So that's what I'm going to do. Just because you have power and money, you don't need to be held accountable. Like, what world do you live in? Because when you take that power away and your money decreases, then what? I don't know why people think they're above the law, that you could go breaking the law so you have money and power. So now when you get caught and they seize your property and whatnot, now you have nothing. It would make sense. And even if you did do that in your past, once you see that people, my thing is with Diddy, the bodyguard talked about him, the maid, ex-maid, all of these are ex-employees talked about you. It would have made sense for you to clean up your act, not let it pile up, continue doing shady stuff, and then now you have a serious allegation towards you, and now you want to step down. Wouldn't it have made sense for you to clean up your act and make amends with those people that you offended, then waiting all these years, and now people don't want to do business deals with you? Why do people do that? Because you think you won't be found out. That's not how that goes. What's done in the dark comes to light. It always does.